So I was talking to some of the teams before I came out here, and I've been told that the Colombian Pacific Wall will never fall, apparently.
Colombian Pacific
Apparently
Wall never fall.
there's quite a garrison there along the west coast.
And it's not well, it's a decent division, but I think they are not gonna let any kind of Balkan invasion going on right there. That's not gonna happen. That's locked down.
But that's a significant investment in industry to get all
really,
those provinces up to 4 out of 10 forts.
And now they're converting there to military factories, just trying to bump that up as much as possible. And see what exactly it's gonna do. But yeah, they basically said, Colombia, since you're a bit uncertain of the game, garrison us and we'll do the work for you. He's still with the game, he's still justifying to them, he's still helping out everything he possibly can do. So Bergback, well, playing for his strength, that is helping his allies.
And the Bulgarians still unable to make much headway against the Ethiopians. Like it's still just back and forth here.
Just think about that sentence. Bulgarians cannot do much headway against Ethiopians.
This is Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what?
Yes, it's quite the situation we've created after ourselves here.
And wow, Ethiopia have manpower.
There's no Greek garrison on the Suez anymore, actually. They've moved those troops away. So they're committing here. If they were to get navally invaded now, they would be in serious trouble.
I think I need to double check some stuff right now. Is there anything right there? Nope. Wait, now it's still, god damn it. There we go. Is there anything? Nope.
No, I don't think it's
there.
They've
Nothing right there? Nope.
Thought about it yet.
Switch right here. No. No. So nothing right there yet, but it might, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
There's a little bit of a push through there. Or was that the Ethiopians pushing, or is it the
Actually,
Bulgarians?
they wouldn't be too much in trouble. They do have now 2 extra ports.
Oh, yes.
This one, but if that's taken, they still have this one. That will be a long snake away, but they can very easily cut that off.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if they manage naval invade there, we'll see. Otherwise, what's going on with Portugal right now? Portugal, no more justifications though. They are fighting them. Well, we can actually just zoom out right here and see. Oh, they are trying to protect right there.
Yeah, there's a big push through from the Bulgarians here. They've either side of the 2 river lines. They're trying to fashion an encirclement of
that is though a very defensible
Ethiopian
positions.
and British Raj. Of course, now it's not just the Ethiopians. It's the player faction as well that they're fighting against here.
And while the Western faction keeps eating more Africa.
Land, yeah. So it's exactly the problem that I was talking about earlier for the Bulgarians, that they got stuck fighting Ethiopia, and now there's players as well they've got to fight through. So they're just, like, it's a really, really difficult area to push through now for them.
Exactly. So it's kind of insane. The British Raj, how are you doing? 505,000 men right now. Goma, 1 manpower law. They have finished recruiting. Okay, they have finished recruiting, but 500,000 men suddenly just appeared out of the blue. And how's it going for Australia? They have 59,000 men, so both of them once again have manpower. The big question is, are they going to try to push that even higher, or are they going to stand strong? And they are actually starting to kick some submarine butt.
Yeah, I've got some losses now for the Greek submarines. So are those the tactical bombers?
Oh, right, I can't actually hide them. I've been just checking the same one like 17 times right there.
Yeah, so we've got 181 active Australian bombers. So they're Wellington, so,
right now.
So it's attack bombers they've brought into Madagascar.
Yeah. But they are also doing more ground crews just to support that even higher.
Oh, yeah, wow.
So it should be, it's actually kind of fine right now in this territory.
They're very determined to put an end to the submarine scourge.
Yeah.
On,
if we double... Wait, are we in Greece right now? Yes, we are. I see no... Wait. Wow, yeah, I was zoomed out a tiny bit too much. I was like, wow, they removed all their
Yeah.
No, they're very much not removed that just yet.
They got some pretty impressive raiding forces there.
But as you can see, it's consisting of like 5 each, and they operate in this area. Like, I don't know how well that, how long that will actually be well and good.
Yeah, spreading themselves really thin by covering every single sea zone around the Cape, basically, all the way around.
So maybe if they focus down a lot more right here, sure, they'll probably take higher casualties, but they would probably shut that down. Maybe they're going to try to do it together with like a timing push. They wait until they gather up forces, then you cut the supply off, and then push in. Yeah,
because you're only going to get a very limited period of time where you can rush submarines in, do a lot of damage, but then they're going to respond with more bombers, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So current losses for the Sunrise Invasion, 514,000 losses, 500,000 right there. Ethiopia, 156,000 losses. Ooh. That's not something you usually see.
No.
Little Ethiopia standing strong.
Ethiopia strong.
And then we have the Sand Surfers with 201,000. South Africa with 86. So I like that both of these factions are fighting each other while they have each one AI faction, not with them, but still fighting their enemy. So
yes.
The enemy of my enemy is an AI, and their enemy is another AI.
It's AI Royale.
And while it seems like every time we mention how bad it's going for them, this Western front is just taking another area and another nation.
They've still got loads they can get. They've got Congo, Brazzaville, Zaire, Angola, Namibia. Who's this out here? This is Equatorial Guinea. So there's all these nations they can still take without even coming into contact with the other players.
Exactly, but we do have to remember that this is definitely the biggest area right now.
100%, yeah. There's
the Latin Legends might be able to challenge them, but they do have to go in then and take maybe this area.
They need to get Zaire.
Yeah,
they get Zaire, and they can.
Then it's definitely going to be a contest.
Through the centre, they're going to have a really sort of cross area.
Let's see.
We've been
I'm
told.
Getting some voice in my some voice in my ear that the Greek admirals might be really nice and to look out. Wow, a skill 4 right here, a Sea Wolf, a Blockade Runner, a Spear Tactician, a Lancer, a Loading Drill Master, and of course Concealment Expert.
Wow,
they're just that guy. He handles the submarines, and God, he's just
that's a very specialized submarine admiral right there.
Keeping 50 subs under him. Well, unless if everyone is reinforced properly, not really, but 44 submarines.
They're not very only a few down.
That's absolutely insane.
Recent losses have been taking their toll. For sure.
But if we take a look right here at the submarine general for Balkan, or well, for the admirals at Balkan, let's see. He kind of have a very similar thing going on for him. There's one really high level, but I'm not allowed to click. Oh, that was weird. Let's see right here.
Interesting.
A level 4 as well. He's
not taking those.
Blockade Runner, Partition. He can pick those though. So we could definitely go Mine Layer, Minesweeper, Concealment Expert, Lone Wolf.
The visibility of subs really useful.
Yeah. South Africa, they are standing strong as well.
So Brazil's gone for Niger. So trying to push north. But really, if
Niger.
you can.
Goodbye.
Ethiopia, of course, won't count.
Yeah.
Because they're not in the faction.
Exactly, they're not in faction.
But they can get through to Congo and Zaire and connect these sort of west-east areas. They're going to have a really large contiguous area that will probably be smaller than the Sand Surfers, but will rival it at least.
Yeah, definitely. God, this is going to be pretty insane. I think the Latin bloc, just by staying quiet, they had that slower start in the beginning. People counted them out or didn't realize they were going to be quite dangerous. Now they've grown even more. They're super strong faction. They're taking, remember, for each and every one of these nations they take, Venezuela gets more and more powerful.
Yeah, scary stuff. So we got that's Niger gone. So now where are they going on now? We got justifications on Zaire and justifications on Central African Republic.
Yeah.
So they are trying to connect those two sides of the continent into a
every single nation right there is just, well, have a war against them.
Yeah.
So they're just going straight for the objectives. No one that's right now stopping them. The big question is if Portugal took everything he had right here and just charged down, what would happen? There's a lot of troops right here. Sure, they might not be the best, but taking all of them and just harassing them.
Yeah, because it's looking right now. It's looking like the crucial decision that's going to sort of decide this is the decision to attack Ethiopia, because had they just sidestepped Ethiopia, they could have come down and be trying to interfere with this big operation to the south, but they can't do it.
Exactly, they didn't want to take Ethiopia, they wanted a bit more stuff, and it really did not pay off. The same thing right here, South Africa, they wanted a nice big score right here of many factories. They had like twice or thrice more than anything else in Africa.
Yeah.
They standing strong.
Because what you'd want to
wow, total mobilization.
Oh wow, of course, they're really going for it, South Africa.
Yeah.
Because what you want to be doing is, like, say for example, Zaire. If you can take one tile of Zaire, then they don't get the point for that nation because you occupy some of its land. So, but they can't even harass them because they're stuck north of Ethiopia.
Like the Sunrise, I guess, could technically go in and take Zambia or something. They slow but steadily push in right here. But yeah, they do have the. Oh god, they're actually pushing in now. South Africa. No, wait. They're failing horribly. Yeah, I thought I had the other people tagged, but no. We're South Africa tagged right now.
I've been talking complete nonsense because I've been mistaking the Sunrise Invasion and Latin for the same faction because they're the same colour.
Oh.
There is no unification
no.
They're two different factions, but they're the same colour. So I thought that was one.
We were thinking maybe Brazil could take it over. The only problem is they would become green, and that would be the same as sand surfers.
We need Venezuela to take it.
Yeah, Venezuela. Come on, Venezuela.
Oh no, Venezuela is the
Colombia. Colombia, Bird Flag, take over the faction. National Union of Greece declared war on Brazil. Holy shit.
They probably can't.
So exactly what we were talking about is happening right now. So Greece is declaring another player war. They're at war with both factions, and I guess if they manage to push in right here, cut them off in the middle, then that's going to be pretty insane for all of the troops right here. They're going to cut. Well, they do have a couple ports right here. That's true. They're safe for now. But yeah. Greece and the northern faction saying, well, we don't fear no players. We declare war against both of them.
Yes, I don't know. So which is the Latin legend faction, they're just at war with Greece at the moment. And then Greece are also at war with both of the factions.
Yeah, people have not really called in their allies just yet.
So really, this Brazil war is the border with Portugal, but Portugal haven't been called in yet.
It really is a phony war right now.
They're staying. Well, I mean, if you're Portugal, there's no reason why you'd want to fight that battle because you need to focus on elsewhere. You can't if you're splitting troops now from Ethiopia and in the west. You're going to lose. You're going to lose both fronts.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was them, I'd be staying away.
I imagine many things. Like I imagine many things of what would happen when doing this scenario, but somehow I didn't think Ethiopia and South Africa would be a big deal.
Yeah, well, the problem
they kind of thrown up all my expectations of how it would happen.
The problem for Ethiopia is that, of course, like they don't have Italy to fight, so they start with more troops than everyone else does, and so they're actually quite a little thorny area now to conquer.
Exactly.
They haven't got Italy that just wipes them right at the start of the game.
And South Africa, that was going to be a piece of cake. Just at that moment, they lost all of their supply because of the constant raiding. They couldn't push them down, and Ethiopia is now forced into the Latin Legions, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a great position for them.
Who declared war against them?
Against Ethiopia? It was Bulgaria.
Bulgaria declared war against Ethiopia. Yeah, but why did... Oh, because the connection right there now, I guess.
Yeah, Ethiopia have ended up giving...
I don't think that should, though, have called them in.
Well, Ethiopia aren't in the same faction, so the only way that they could be in the territory is military access, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't ban it, so...
we didn't ban it, yeah, that's true. But we didn't promote it either.
No, I think if we were doing it again, we would probably not allow them to do that with the AI.
Yeah. But we didn't ban it. So we can't blame them.
No.
And now we have the entire Western faction being at war with Portugal right now.
Oh, this is it. This is a big war.
So instead of actually Portugal attacking right there, they decided that we are just going to sit here and defend. And they want to build some forts. Just a few forts, like 25 of them.
The problem is that the area Portugal can defend is this western area here, but that does mean surrendering Mali entirely to Venezuela. No. That's just another country they'll have taken.
Isn't it 2 countries even? It's
Upper Volta as well, yeah.
And as soon as they actually move in right here, technically, that's their point.
Yep.
So 2 more provinces until Volta switches point.
And it's a reduction of that contiguous area that the sand surface had, and it's still very much in their favour because they've got the whole Sahara, but this Venezuelan area is expanding.
Yeah, exactly. And while the Eastern Front's just standstill is going strong, are they trying to break it somewhere? What? And now Speed 2 has been called for.
Now we're really in the serious phase. You know it's getting serious when Speed 2 is asked for.
Like, it would be nice with like a speed 2.5.
Yeah.
But I think Dan, if he hears me right now, you made a speed 2.5 and then you can edit speeds, right?
I don't think he heard you.
He's pointing at me, but he's not making a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yes.
I think that's a thumbs up technically.
I don't think it was intended, but we'll take it.
But yeah, exactly, we'll take it. So I guess Dan confirmed it there.
Yeah, so basically just say whatever you want, ask whatever you want of Dan now, and then he'll just say yes, and then like you just,
So
on.
I can spoil Laris's dance. He's drinking beer, so I can't take that as yes.
Yeah. Drinking beer means yes, I'm pretty sure of it.
So what can we spoil from that expansion? Like, this has actually been a very interesting thing. Because if people had spy and different operations set up, like, I can just really imagine a like all of these nations just constantly doing small uprisings in Ethiopia, maybe changing the Suez Canal and stuff like that by coordinating the effort right there, or just army intel, like scout planes, the new armored cars. What the hell? They were supposed to be extra good in desert environment.
Yeah, the only downside is we'd have to pay on a slower speed for more of the time, because there's so much more for the players to be doing.
Exactly. It would have been absolutely beautiful. Or the entire boost part of popularity that would be done through spy actions.
Yeah.
So I would have allowed it. So if a faction suddenly sneakily boosted up a part of popularity, because that you can counteract. You can't counteract the boost popularity that is currently in the game.
Yes.
So it would have been a really interesting take on how to... God. Yeah, wow.
Just need to
I want
we
spies.
just need to release it.
Come on. Can we just re-host with Laris' dance now? Come on.
I don't think so. I think that's.
It looked like he was like shaking like this, like no.
No.
So I tried chat, wherever you might be, wherever you are.
We tried to get Laris' dance at PDXCON, but unfortunately no.
Well, PDXCON was. It was.
Oh yes, I mean on stream, on gameplay on stream.
On PDXCON 2019, HoI 4 stream.
Glorious.
HoI 4 Clash.
The biggest, the best.
The biggest, best event.
Yeah, they saved the best till last, everyone.
Exactly.
It's the HoI stream.
Go out with a boom, and we like booms at HoI.
If you want ridiculous madness, then the HoI 4 stream is where you want to be.
So right now, the manpower issues that was going on in the Eastern faction seem to have solved themselves quite a bit. We have 93,000 at Australia. We have 837,000 at Siam. We have 338,000 at British Raj. How is it going for the northern faction? We have Greece 119. We have Bulgaria 583 and Portugal with 48.
Yeah, I just don't know what I do now if I'm the northern faction, because it's a stalemate now on the eastern front in Ethiopia. They're not even attacking.
And Venezuela, yes.
But I don't see how they can redeploy any troops to go elsewhere.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe a naval invasion of some kind.
Maybe.
Because don't they have naval superiority still, mostly?
Mostly, I think they do. If Portugal did we got naval invasion of like Venezuela, maybe,
or Greece down to say Somalia, because they wouldn't really be expecting that. They have got some, they've got superiority down the Eastern Med. Is Australia garrisoning? There are some divisions hanging out in Somalia, but
it's not enough to garrison all of it.
Yeah, they have to do something to try and break the position they're in, because they're not going to break through the Ethiopian lines now.
Everyone's just getting stronger and stronger, building up their defenses.
Exactly.
It's not going to be a...
If a front line, becomes stagnant, it's going to stay stagnant.
But we do see raidings going on right here now. But the big Brazilian fleet,
the pride of the fleet,
are charging out to defend their convoys. I don't think you're going to see any easy targets going on right here.
Are those historical battleships they start with, or have they been built in the game?
I think they're historical battleships.
They're probably the ones that were they used to be British.
Yeah, I was thinking we have pretty much equalized most of the things, but fleets are one thing I decided against.
Yes, for sure.
Because they were alone. If they were cut off right there, they would be just straight out dead. If they wouldn't disappear. At least here, if you want to cut them off, you have to cut off this entire thing. Here in Brazil, it's one province or one sea zone. So I decided they need a slightly better defense right there.
Yeah.
But they are keeping everything in one stack, so once the fleet is busy somewhere,
got some
the convoys can be
being
taken down
there
elsewhere.
I think I'm not mistaken. One of the Brazilian battleships used to be HMS Agincourt, which fought in the First World War.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was seized when it was under construction and pressed into service. It had a ridiculous number of guns. It was a farcical ship.
We can see a very interesting tactic coming from Greece. They've changed out most of things, just planes, bombers, heavy, and destroyers. And of course on weapons just
I mean,
reinforced.
maybe they are considering some kind of naval invasion.
Maybe.
Because you need destroyers to protect the convoys.
While Portugal, he's still going strong with a land army. Nothing weird right there. And what is Bulgaria doing right now? Bulgaria, just more weapons, some more light tanks, some more. Just keep on strong exactly as they've been doing the entire time. I like it, I like it.
Also some anti-tank there being built by the Bulgarians. And also by India, here like loads of anti-tank there.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
I'm not sure, like, I mean, defensive weapons at this stage, maybe we're getting...
Also,
I can't tell whose mic that is making that noise, but we'll just carry on regardless.
Yeah, so at Siam, just building more troops, building more artillery, and actually now focusing quite a bit on heavy fighters.
Yeah.
And going all the way down right here to Greece.
You mean Australia?
To Australia. God damn it, flags.
I've just been informed on that centrist Australia is questioning the sovereignty of Djibouti. I apologise if I've mangled the pronunciation of that.
Yeah, and I'm not.
They're going down for that one.
Yeah, it's only 30 days as well, so that's a nice, easy point right there.
And they could then go through Eritrea and try and completely unhinge the entire line of Bulgaria.
Yeah, that's very true.
By appearing up in the north, they're quick enough because this guy's got no divisions. So if they get some tanks and they just roll through Eritrea really quickly, they could cause some problems.
They are trying to push through right here, though, so they're certainly not giving up.
Yeah, it's a tough nut to crack though at this stage, because the entrenchment's built up and they're becoming stronger and stronger on both sides. Having a little mic change for Daniel at the moment, I think, to solve the noises.
Let's see if this works better. It might be mine.
Yeah,
cool.
I think we're all good.
Very nice. I'm back, but it seems to be sparkling a tiny bit as well.
I can't hear anything on my end, so I think it should be all right.
Good, good. So let's see, how is everything going? Bulgaria, yeah, just keep declaring that. Almost every single time someone declares war right now, it is gonna join a faction right now. We have come to that stage where people are just joining factions left and right.
I think if you're Venezuela now, if you can get Zaire, the Central African Republic and Chad, you might have a contiguous area here that might be big enough to rival Portugal's.
Like, just imagine, we have to remove all that desert. We can't count it.
Oh no, we have to count it. They've been taking land because we count the wasteland. It's contiguous area. We didn't specify it had to be in a state. The rule is it's contiguous area,
yeah, I know,
which we're judging by eyesight, and then if it's really close, then we'll judge it by state count as a sort of tiebreaker.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, they are still gonna rival Portugal if it takes out. But what's also interesting is once they take it, they're now at war right here, so they're gonna start reaching the southern bloc right now.
Yes.
So there might not be the smartest move by. Wait, no.
Into Malawi at the moment from the Siamese.
They have allied with Ethiopia, so it's gonna lead another way to the north. Oh my God, it's gonna be such a messy thing.
It's gonna be a big mess. That's what it's gonna be.
A lovely mess, I think.
I love it too.
Burke Black still keeping with their super defense.
We can play for probably a fair bit longer still.
Yeah, but we can also see that he has been let loose. He's defending his homeland, but Burke Black has finally received his attack force.
Ooh.
But they are getting intercepted by those submarines.
We've got big convoy.
Oh my God, that's just going to be an absolute slaughter. That attack force is just going down.
Are they unescorted?
They are unescorted.
There's no destroyers. Oh dear, that's a lot of convoys being sunk.
Yeah.
Let's watch their casualties.
He's trying to fix it by sending another force much.
So Colombia's already up to 21,000 casualties just in the crossing.
Oh my God, that's absolute terrible damage to Burke Black's troops right there.
It's a terrible day for the Colombian army and navy actually. I mean, if the navy even exists.
But otherwise, Venezuela is getting larger and larger.
I'm surprised that Brazil didn't try and secure the sea zone before they moved their troops across.
I think they're trying, but it's just too many. Too many enemies. And their entire defensive force is now repairing because of their main ship.
Oh, they need
to separate it.
They need to separate it.
They need to separate and get out all of their destroyers right here. That's absolutely terrible and probably really punishing them right there.
Because they got low escort presence still.
Yeah. And as we see with everything else, they're just one by one province taking down everything. But God, they're suffering from supply right now.
Yeah, really bad.
Terrible supply. I think they really need to start pushing up right here. And as you can see right here, the provinces here are completely open. So Venezuela could just march up right here and actually secure this position as well.
Is it supply? He's out of supply, but like he takes that land, he's got Mali.
Yeah.
And that's another country.
They should probably have made their defense right here, but that's actually covering 4 provinces instead of like 3 right here and 1 blockade. Yeah, it's actually much better to hold right here, but they are losing points because of it.
Yeah.
Right now it looks like the Western faction really has the big advantage.
I think if you're Portugal, you've got to try and hold Mauritania now. If they lose one more province, then they retreat to the northernmost province, so they can hold that one province. But as long as they hold their current position, they will get the Mauritanian point.
Yeah. Now I'm really interested to see, is this unit actually going to pass by? Are they going to actually arrive? Let's see, they are definitely the enemy submarines going down right there. 11 of them.
Wow.
That's a kind of risky move right now. And it's not like a super weak unit either. It's actually a pretty large one. Let's see, it's what was it? 25 combat with units. Dun 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 dun.
So there's what, Greek submarines in that area?
Yeah, 11 of them. Oh no, much more right now. Did someone maybe snipe the screen up there, noticing that?
No, I doubt it. I doubt they can, because they can't hear us. The players, you can't hear a thing when you're over there.
That is true. That is very true.
So we actually.
But are they going to arrive there?
Give them tips.
They just need to get there. They just need to come on.
6 Indian divisions arriving.
Really good Indian division.
Someone join the sand guys then?
Oh, one more.
Djibouti has joined the sand surface. Come on, Djibouti, you can hold. We believe in you. You're not even being invaded.
And oh my God, they actually arrived right here. They actually managed to sneak by. Yeah, they're going straight in there, taking the capital, no problem.
There's a big.
Eritrea is now being justified by Portugal. So both of the players thinking, yeah, we can
go
around Ethiopia.
They've got to try and break each other's front line. It's like the race to the sea in the start of the First World War.
Oh God, this has become a World War World War Africa version.
Yeah, meanwhile, just the Swedes are just like living life, watching it all unfold.
Ooh, look at here.
Field hospitals.
No, not that. Oh, really? They removed it just that second? Aww. Yeah, the naval invasion going on like this.
Oh, really?
That would have cut off all of these troops.
Oh, can you imagine can you imagine if they take that province, they just cut off the entire Portuguese army?
Yeah, that would have been beautiful. But most important, what is Denmark doing?
What is Denmark doing? Nothing.
Nothing.
Infrastructure effort, that's very important.
Yeah.
Very important.
And what is Wales doing?
Wouldn't it be great if Denmark and Wales had a war? That would be really fun.
Yeah,
I would enjoy
absolutely perfect. Let's see, otherwise we have peace on both fronts.
So they haven't actually invaded Djibouti yet. It's like 2 provinces and they haven't even moved into it. I don't know what they're doing.
Let's see. Wait. We have South African division moving into Zaire to get into the British Raj. They're in the Sand Server faction. So yeah, and South Africa has also been pulled in now to the Sand Server faction. Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, they're not in the faction. What the hell? I must press on Zambia or something.
Big attack pings on the Australian faction across Zaire and Uganda.
God, that's going to be pretty insane. We're going to see what happens right there.
Big clashing of the two factions now.
And now it's AIs fighting on both sides. My AIs are better than your AIs. But remember, if they have the territory, no point for you.
Exactly right. That's the downside of them using Ethiopia here, is that had they attacked Ethiopia, they could have rolled through them and taken the land for themselves. But they decided to use them as a crutch to prevent the northern folk from securing the land. Occasional battles. There's no justification come from anyone in the Australian faction actually on Eritrea. So for some reason they're deciding to let the northern faction deal with it.
God, I want to throw that away. Damn it.
Don't worry, Dano's just causing mayhem here, everyone.
Let's do this, yeah?
So they got max fuel, actually. So
God damn it, no one else got extra food there.
Big attack from the... Oh, they're trying to cut the Portuguese off from being able to move into Eritrea, actually.
Oh, here.
We've got some tanks attacking.
But yeah, that's another point for the Portuguese. Or for the Australians.
Yeah, Djibouti will be, 100%. And meanwhile, we've got Venezuelan troops still pushing up.
It's such a messy war everywhere.
It seems like they're pretty content on the Western Front just to let Portugal have Mauritania, and they'll just take what they've taken there.
Yeah.
Again, they need to get Zaire. Zaire is really important. They're not. Are they pushing in? They are.
Yeah, they are trying at least.
It's just such a big country. It take a while for them to
push
get
in.
through properly.
How is the supply going?
We're only on speed 2, so
supply is terrible right there. They really need to get that naval base up and rolling.
That is
oh
horrific.
No, it's completely being blocked off. Route efficiency is 5%.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why they don't have any supply.
If you're in any way unfamiliar with HoI 4, that's very bad. That's extremely bad. Yeah.
But if we generally just take a look at now the faction map for the entirety of Africa, most have almost sworn out allegiance here. There were a couple more independent stuff in the south, but most have been gobbled up by different players left and right. The rush for Africa seems to be pretty working.
Yeah, you think that Zaire have joined the Sand Surfers.
Yeah.
Now they're under attack by both the 2 other factions.
Because of who? Well, the northern faction.
Yeah.
It's their fault. So Zaire is now being surrounded of enemies.
Yeah, because they lost Ethiopia.
Yeah, exactly.
Crucial moment in the game.
That was kind of insane. They were just one tiny step from the capital. They had very low supply units. If they would have taken that, the entire game would have changed massively.
Because if they'd taken that, if you think back to when they were in that position, the Australian faction troops would have been east of that mountain range in Ethiopia. So it would have been really hard for them to push across and get across into West Africa. Whereas now, the northern guys can't come south because they're stuck north of the Sahara.
And it was at the same time as the eastern faction were suffering from that terrible Greece naval blockade. So it would have been a double combo,
really
but instead
pivotal moment in the game. Was
they
that.
Just managed to stand there, and everything in the entire game changed from that. Because otherwise they might be able to go in more right here, take South Africa, push in here Venezuela. But right now, nothing of that happened. Venezuela stood strong, and it's now holding Portugal back, while they just keep gobbling up nation after nation after nation.
Yeah, it's been very impressive from the from both sides really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're quite unlucky, the Bulgarians. They just didn't. I don't think they realised how much of a fight Ethiopia would put up. They did sort of clock that they would be significantly stronger than the other African nations that surround them.
Let's see. Eritrea joined the Sun's isolation. Yeah, and the Great Portugal declared war right there. Absolutely insane. We have it going on.
I think perhaps if I was the Bulgarians, I think I would have gone for having got Sudan, I would have gone for Eritrea and then tried to get right through to Somalia as quickly as possible to try and cut them off, because they had such an easy landing area, the Australian faction, to bring their troops over in Somalia. It's very nice terrain to attack. The nation is very, very weak. Whereas coming from the north, you've got to get through Ethiopia. It's a much trickier task.
It's several nations right here.
So maybe if they'd gone for Eritrea earlier on, then come through Djibouti, they could try and cut them off at Somalia.
Like most people got their beachhead, then they stood there. They kept there. They didn't do another naval invasion until much, much later. So I kind of expected people to do something like this, getting a beachhead, but then continue a naval invasion just to get their spot on several occasions. But it seems like people decided, instead of securing their landing area and then just push out from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think perhaps we should creep our way back up to speed 3, because we need to get through the game.
Yeah,
we don't have.
I think we might have
we would love to stream just all night, but unfortunately we can't. Unfortunately, but we'll be going for a little while longer.
I need
more conversations happening here. So yeah. Still, we've got surrounded by Zaire unit actually in southern Ethiopia that somehow advanced and has been. It's not cut off because it's got supply from Zaire now. It is cut off actually. It's got no supply. I'm assuming that's because it's in a new supply zone and there's just no way of getting it through. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see the end right there. Wow, that's a really green Bulgaria if you compare it with everything else.
Zaire really being cut in half now, so that'll take us a year. They need to get Central African Republic and
they have 6 units.
Chad, not China, Chad.
Yeah, they have 6 units, but 0 military factories right now.
Yeah, so it's just like taking the land. Because I think how is it? Who was leading at the moment? The Western faction's leading.
I think they're leading right now.
But they need to try and secure that contiguous area points, because if they go to the Portuguese faction, that will boost them a long way up, and it might put their win in danger.
But the thing is, they can't at least take Ecuador Guinea, because they have a tiny place right there that is their capital, and they won't fall otherwise. That's
going to be tough to take, especially with those submarines raiding from the Australian faction, which I'm sure they're around there somewhere. Or even the Greek faction, actually.
Then we have the South African right now that is just, well, keep expanding, keep pushing out, keep harassing them everywhere where they possibly can. Australia, do you have any great plans that you want to show off?
Yeah, I spoke to them before I came up here, and they were just saying, we just. But Bo was trying to tell me about an encirclement he pulled off earlier on that was really good. But apart from that, they're just cracking on.
Living in the old glory days.
Yeah, you got to just relive past glories. That's that's history, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's how people like to live.
Let's see, up here in the north, very much a standstill right here. People are really just bogging down people and refusing to let them go by just doing more and more land, like naval route blockades. Like it's been a really naval focused game.
Yeah, it's been really good actually. The Portuguese are building towed anti-air at the moment, which is interesting.
Well, I kind of understand though. Like the Central Australia have 300 tactical bombers right now, just wreaking havoc.
Yeah, there's that, and there's also the fact that towed anti-air gives some piercing. They're a cheap, really cheap sort of alternative to anti-tank as well.
It's only steel, and you get a lot more of them.
Yeah, you get loads. For each faction, you get a lot of towed anti-air, and divisions don't need very many in their battalions.
Yeah,
it's only like 20 or so, I think.
So it's interesting to see exactly what will happen right now. If it's going to pay off, it's going to make a big difference. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any significant breakthrough happening on the Ethiopian front. I just don't see how either side is going to really break through in a way that affects the points.
No, I don't see anything big here either happening.
No, I think it's all about naval invasions now.
Yeah, but we do see that the Portuguese right here are suffering quite a bit from that naval blockade. And, well, just wait a tiny bit more and they would probably be able to push up and just crush them as well.
Yeah, low on organisation as their supplies diminish.
But the man of garrisons over here, do you have an active force right now? Gathering up even more troops, death, attack, boys.
Sweden has now doubled his factory count since the start of the game. He has 1,073 military factories now.
Wow, 2,200 in total. Wow, that's insane. Just look how many... Oh my God.
And you look at his production, the ships he's building, but he can't deploy them because he has no manpower. So he's just got all these battleships that he can't deploy.
Oh my God, wow.
All these, and he's like building coastal defense ships. Like he's got to be really certain that no one is going to come in the Baltic and. Yeah.
As soon as they went to war, it's going to be like manpower, boom, deploy.
Yeah, I mean, he's got how many divisions has he got now? Only 67.
Yeah, because manpower. But
yeah,
I guess,
manpower.
Like if you check equipment, wait, what?
You're on Bulgaria or Turkey.
I was like, wait, what? What happened? Yeah. They're producing quite a bit. They have equipment left for millions of days.
Yeah.
If you attack them, they will destroy you.
It would be a juggernaut, you're right. So battles now in Eritrea. We've got a combined Greek and Bulgarian and Portuguese force pushing into Asmara against the defending Australians, Indians.
This is just way too weird.
Yeah, so we have Bulgarians, Greeks, Portuguese, Australians and Indians fighting over Eritrea in Africa.
And if you check their different icons, we have the bird and unicorn people together with the horses fighting the...
So are we playing Equestrian War?
Yeah.
Because it feels like it suddenly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's pretty surreal, that combination of nations fighting. That doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I mean, it's a mountainous province, so it's going to be a nightmare if they want to try and push through there.
Yeah, it will be interesting to count the score right here. I think Venezuela and their faction might have the advantage right now. I'm saying Venezuela and their faction because they're the one owning all the land.
Yeah.
Like their faction members just been keep supporting him, keep pushing him forward, and just breaking everything one by one step right now. I like it. I like it.
Burundi has capitulated to somebody. I don't know who was at war with them. Zaire is being pressed from both sides. Has he lost his capital yet? He has lost his capital.
But I don't think they will surrender just yet.
Okay, we're being told we have 40 minutes of game time left.
Oh, so 40 minutes left.
Hopefully, I think someone's telling the teams. If not, we'll just psychically tell them from over here that there's 40 minutes of game time left.
Yeah. And it's looking desperate. The team is looking desperate.
I mean, I would imagine by 40 minutes we might have pretty much most of Africa would have been taken. There won't be very many free countries left.
Yeah.
We're sort of condensing the scramble for Africa into a few years here.
Exactly.